Hello, my name is Alondra Herrera, and today I'm going to be talking about the effects of uniforms in school. There are many issues in today's school system in America, especially on the daily basis that are very important to student success, such as technology, um, funding, federal funding, free meals, free lunch, especially hot meals. Um, and more than anything, staff who is qualified to give their classes and make a difference in a student's life. Teachers make the world better, and for that to happen, students need to have a comfortable environment when they attend school. Some of the positive effects of uniforms in the school system is that lower families prefer prefer uniforms because it is such an easier way to send your kids to school without being left out, especially families that, like I mentioned, are lower income. Their kids face a lot of discrimination, not very noticeable, but most of the students do notice, and it affects the way they perform at school because a student that is getting bullied about wearing the same shoes for a week, wearing the same shoes for months, is less likely to want to go to class and learn because his or her peers are making fun of him. Um, it helps the parents with expensive purchases. Of course, every student wants to be in trend, wants to have the latest fashion trends, and that costs money. Unfortunately, not all families are the same, and not all kids have the same privileges. Some of the parents cannot afford brand names. Some of the parents cannot even afford phones. Having a different phone from everybody else, having different shoes, having clothes from Walmart instead of Abercrombie, American Eagle, Hollister, all these very expensive brands make the students feel bullied. They make them feel like less than everybody else, when in reality they're all in school for the same reason, to prepare for life. Students look the same with uniforms implemented. Students look the same. When a uniform will be implemented, the uniforms will look the same, black pants, white shirt, khaki pants, white shirt. With uniform being implemented in the school dress code, it would make everything so much easier for students who cannot afford them, or simply to keep everybody in line. Some other positive effects of uniforms are that you can spot everybody. You can spot all your students as a group. For example, there has been many incidents in America in the past year where school shootings happened, where robberies happened, where like gangs coming to school and they're trying to kill students, or simply just other people like from the public trying to come and get like students. With a proper uniform installment, this would be so much easier to look up to, having all the students wearing the same color, the same outfit, it would very much make it so much easier for security, for staff, and for other students to notice that something odd is happening. Because if everybody's wearing the same outfit, the same thing, the same uniform, you can spot right on just by a simple glance that that person does not belong in the school, that person is not supposed to be here, that something's going on because they are not wearing the same clothes, that they might be a parent, they might be an intruder. You never know. But having school uniforms would also have helped prevent so many of these issues that unfortunately happened in our nation. Implementing school uniforms would call for a shorter routine. Instead of having girls waking up 2 or 3 hours before school starts to straighten their hair, to curl their hair, they would just simply go ponytail up as the uniform code states, black jeans, white shirt, whatever colors the school wants. It would be so much easier, and it would be so much fair to everybody, to all the students and all the types of students that a school system has. Uniforms can also be handed down, they can be donated for other people that maybe can't afford them, for your family members that do not have money, or that for some reason they could not have a uniform, or they could not get their hands on a uniform. They could also be sold, and that would help the lower income families get a little bit of the price that they let go, a little bit, not profit, but they will get something in return, and that would help them as well as helping the other student that could not find a uniform get the uniform. In many universities, and now that we are college students, we can differentiate students by their careers. For example, in our college, we can see the nursing students wearing scrubs, specifically white tops and blue pants scrubs. Or we can see whenever some students have labs, we already know that those students are wearing lab coats. We already know that the business management students are, whenever they have a presentation, whenever they have some formal event, we already know who they are, because they are dressed fancy, they are dressed nicely, they're dressed according to their career. And in many universities around the United States, we can see this. Many universities have already implemented the uniforms when it comes to these technical careers already. Some of the downsides of uniform are that students claim that their freedom of expression has been compromised because they cannot express who they are, they cannot express who they want to be, they can't express or find themselves. They want to experiment who they want to be or who they want to become. Some of the downsides of uniforms as well is that many institutions are overpricing these uniforms, and some of the lower income parents cannot afford them. A lot of students rely a lot on their moms or their parents doing laundry for them. So having dirty uniform could be a downside to this problem, because a student wants to be clean, wants to go to school with clean clothes, and not all parents do laundry every day. We have a lot of uniforms in universities. All universities have at least their colors, their school period, their jerseys, their university colors, and that lets you know that they belong to their campus. They shows us that they have affection towards their school, that they love their school, and that they belong to that school, which it would be easier to spot whenever you are in public. What is stopping us from implementing school uniform to our system? We have different beliefs all around the world. We have different beliefs that like I said right now, that it blocks the freedom of expression. We have different geological views all around the United States. We have different people that wear different outfits or different religious beliefs that include hijab, sackcloth, robes, scarves. We have all types of different beliefs, and they create never-ending debates because they are they're not all in the same view as we would be in Eagle Pass. Like here, we don't see a lot of Indian people, we don't see a lot of religious, like Christian people who wear long skirts, and it would be very different everywhere you go around the nation. There would be too many opinions that the system could not really make one whole decision. Like they can make one decision that makes everybody happy. Like someone is always going to be mad about something, and you can make everybody happy. But this is a never-ending debate topic that a lot of students have taken into consideration, a lot of school systems, and I personally went to a school that had uniforms for 5 years, and I liked it so much better. I prefer so much having like 5 pairs of white socks, 5 skirts the same color, 5 white shirts, a pair of black shoes, and I prefer so much better do that. Just grab an outfit every day, let's go, looking the same, grab a ponytail, than having to stress over what I'm gonna wear tomorrow because my friend got new Christmas clothes, and now I'm wearing the same clothes that I wore all year, and now they're gonna make fun of me. And not just my friends, different classmates, even my teacher. And it makes students feel less whenever they have disadvantages that low-income families face every day, especially students. It is very sad, but that's what America's school system is like today. Will schools ever implement uniforms in the near future? I hope so. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope that you have your own thoughts about school uniforms. Thank you so much. Good night.